ASMR. I don't even have makeup on other than black lipstick, which I threw on because last minute Josh found out that he doesn't have to work tomorrow. And so he volunteered after working all day to take the kids so I can get some cleaning done tonight and tomorrow. And also, he took me to buy myself a bottle of sparkling wine to enjoy while I'm kid-free. As you can see, I've torn all my nails off because, well, something is making it has been for a while, it makes my nail beds or whatever come away from my nails. And so I was gonna give them like a couple day break while I edited stuff, but since I have a kid-free house, I also couldn't waste the opportunity, you know. I love the sound of something carbonated being poured. I did a trigger compilation a while back and I opened a Diet Pepsi and poured it into a glass. And that's one of my favorite sounds to fall asleep to. Not because it's a Diet Pepsi, but just I love the sound of it pouring into the glass and the carbonation. I love champagne. I wonder how it sounds with stuff in the glass. I'm gonna have to run in a minute because I have ladyfingers in the oven too. He had to open it for me so I could make sure I could get into it with the cork. But I didn't want to start drinking it until I had everything just ready and in the oven. I do still have to pipe out another batch of ladyfingers, but I don't have to assemble ingredients because drinking adult beverages and baking usually doesn't go well for me. So yeah. Joshua never puts the lid on markers. So, I've got a lot of ASMRs I want to film. I wish I had time to film all the ASMRs that pop into my head. Or that a lot of them didn't require work to like prepare them or gather supplies or whatever. Sorry if there's more background noise than normal. I have the window open slightly because it was too warm in my apartment. I don't have the heat on, but I feel like my downstairs neighbor cranks up the heat. So I didn't have the heat on today, and it was 75 in my apartment most of the day. So I cracked a window. It's about 55, or at least it was about an hour ago when I checked the temperature. wish I could recover the Feeling Your Feelings video, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. But I found like a place my phone has been backing up videos, but the only one that's on there so far that I've found is the missing beach ball video. I have to screen record it to move it over, but I'm still gonna do it. And I think that something really weird really did happen with that video, because it erases the backup copy of videos I accidentally delete, but that one's not deleted. So that one must have legitimately just disappeared, vanished into thin air. But I'm excited to get at least even a video back. It sucks when you're constantly making videos and somehow losing them. Someone made a comment about how they didn't feel my heart was in the plastic bag video. And it wasn't that, it was a combination of disappointment, because I had these grandiose plans in my head and they totally did not work out. And I was weaning off my old ADHD med, and so it was just weird. I was weird. I didn't feel like myself. I didn't have hardly any energy, and I was still just trying to fill requests and stuff. I am gonna revisit that video, but I feel like I had to fail at it to do it better next time, if that makes any sense. So I have some like clear plastic storage bags I think I'm gonna try next time, just because they're brand new, so there won't be holes. And I think because they're more of a square, it'll be easier for my brain to decide how to inflate them and like twist and tie them off and stuff. And okay, another batch is in. I somehow managed to get the batter in my hair. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make a whole video out of this or keep it away from my toddler long enough. So let's eat some of the edible Easter crust. to see if it had a flavor because it tastes slightly green apple-y. I was hoping it would be crunchier. That definitely could not have been a whole video. It's eating my lipstick. Stuff just been stressful lately too. Maybe you notice more cuts in the videos. It's because I've been like dissociating more because of stress. I talked to sexy, right? I talked to Josh's brother last night because he hasn't been able to get a hold of Josh, so he got a hold of me on Facebook. And he like couldn't wait. And so he told me and asked me to tell his brother that he's in heart failure. And like it just sucks to have to be the person to have to tell him something like that. My phone's text message system was giving me like problems. Like every time I would open it, it would just close. And they said like the only real solution was to empty the cache and the data. And so that sent me into like 2 days of crying because I lost my best friend. And he was going through the process of adopting Josh as an adult. It's just because something that, you know, still bothers him is like legally not having parents. And so Steve was an awesome guy, and he was going to adopt Josh, but then he died. And you know, I will never get another text message or call from him, and because he called me so much and left me so many voicemails, just really suffering over the possibility of losing his text messages. I was able to, with an app, back them up, but it still just made me really emotional. Because, you know, it was hard enough losing him, and I don't, you know, have a lot left to remember him by. So, the thought of losing even more was really hard. Now it tastes kind of like licorice. And then in the end, I cleared the cache, cleared the data, and still kept all my text messages. It's true what they say about how, like, a lot of times the anticipation of pain is worse than the pain. And that's usually true for me because I torture myself. And it's not like I want to, my brain just does it. So that was difficult. It's just been a lot lately. I feel like my family, not, you know, like me, Josh, and the kids, but like the family I came from, all they like to do is fight. They'll start drama over anything. And there's just been so much drama lately, and I hate that. Like, my family is really narrow-minded. So, because Josh is a recovering addict, they, you know, treat him like he is, I don't know, like the worst criminal you could imagine. And I hate how people always talk about addicts and people with a criminal record and stuff turning their life around, but they also are unwilling to believe that anyone can change. And so it's like, well, that's in your past now, time to move on. But, you know, anytime anything happens, who do they look at? You can't preach about getting a fresh start and then not let someone do that. And so, you know, Joshua kept screaming earlier, so I got a tiny bit of yolk in the whites, so they turned out a little crackery and not super airy, but I'm using them for tiramisu anyways. But this is one of the cooled ones. Yeah, I just think like 12 federal felonies by lunch. Maybe we should do that for a video. Crazy felonies you didn't know you're committing. Like, I do know one that I'm pretty sure a lot of you are doing. Because you're not supposed to give your electronic password to anyone. So who pays for your Netflix account? And are you the only one with the password? Plus, I'm just doing a lot of processing. Realizing that, like, dissociation is not a common experience. I always get, like, the Facebook page or the Facebook memes where it's like, you ever been driving and you're like, oh my god, I don't remember, like, the past 10 minutes, I hope I didn't kill anyone. And it's like, see, that's proof, like, everyone dissociates. But apparently not everyone dissociates. And not everyone has depression. So, plus, my brain likes to, like, guess what other people mean, apparently. Only it sucks at actually guessing correctly. So, I will be having a whole conversation and people will be like, why are we even talking about this? And I'll be like, because you brought it up. And then they'll tell me the first part of the tangent or whatever, they'll let me into it. And I was like, yeah, because you said blah, blah, blah. And clearly, you meant you were talking about this. And they'll be like, no. Okay then. So, that's just rough. Plus, like, I went through my whole feeling your feelings breakthrough. And it led to some overconfidence where I was, I felt like I had unlocked the mysteries of the universe. I now, like, knew the secrets of life, and my mental illness was over. And that was a good couple days. You know what I mean? My depression and anxiety have not been anywhere near as bad as they used to be with some of the stuff I've learned and the amino acids and fish oil. Why are bears not super chill? But it's not zero. So, and, like, I had to come to terms with that because that was fucking disappointing. I had unlocked the secret to life, so depression and anxiety shouldn't be an issue anymore. And honestly, it's much better in my delusional resilient, and like, oh, I hope I never have to be called resilient again. Like, I just want a soft place, a safe place, you know, to not have to go through situations where people call me resilient. Because, like, so many people are like, oh my god, you're so resilient. When they hear about the stuff I've been through, or when they see me handle situations, and it's just like, I know you think that's a compliment. And I know you're saying it with the best of intentions. But it still just makes me want to cry, because I wish I didn't have to be so resilient. I wish I didn't get put up in messed up situations where I have to be resilient. I always used to say, like, I just didn't know how to give up. Like, trust me, if I could figure out how to just not survive shit, I'd so go with that option. Because it just sucks having to go through thing after thing where people are like, oh, you're so brave, you're so resilient, you're so strong, I admire you. Like, it's weird to hear that someone admires you because you have survived stuff you never should have had to survive. I also used to say that I'm like a weirdo magnet. Like, if there was a weird situation or a 1 in a million shot, it was probably gonna happen to me. It usually did. And so, when people say stuff like, oh, but that's so rare, or do you know what the odds of that happening are? It's like, don't even, I don't even want to talk about that. If you knew how many 1 in a million things have happened to me, you wouldn't say stuff like that to me, because it's not comforting. I am the 1 in the million. The needle in the haystack. So, I just figured I would sit down with you guys, do a chill little hangout since my kids are gone, drink my sparkling wine, because it felt like a shame not to film, but I also didn't really have anything prepped or ready, and I'm pretty tired tonight. So, I think I'm gonna head in to bed, edit a video or maybe 2, and then clean my house tomorrow.